Good morning, everybody. I'm Go Vira Go Home. Welcome to the Sunday Brunch Kit Build. Every week, I show up and I do some weathering. I will work on a kit, maybe work on the layout. Today, I'm going to do something that I probably haven't done before because I've definitely never had pipe cars before. So we're gonna work on something here that is brand new. Good morning, everybody. Morning. Thanks for joining. Let everybody pile in. We're starting at 10 today. I set up the stream last night just to kind of give everybody a heads up, just so that they know that I'll be going live at 10. Well, 10 where I live, anyways. But yeah. Morning, Dwight. Morning, Bubs. Morning, Brian. Morning, Wigwag. And good morning, IGR FBS. It's only 9 where Dwight is. Dwight, you either didn't turn your oh wait, did you turn? No, it would have to, because technically we had to roll back our clocks an hour. So it's technically 11. So technically it's 10 where you are. The whole daylight savings thing, it's weird, right? Because I know it was mostly just for farmers to give them more sunlight. And there's even parts of the world that don't even use daylight savings time. So why don't we just cut it back a half hour, split it both ways, and then that way we don't ever have to change our clock ever again. For me, it doesn't matter if it's light out or dark out. It's always bright and sunny in the train room, right? Morning, everybody. Everyone's piling in, and we'll get started here. So basically, every week we do the Sunday Brunch Kit Build. Next week, well, as in next Sunday, technically tomorrow I'm leaving. I'm going on vacation. It's a very, very much needed vacation with the family. We told the kids last night that we're going to Disney, and they're all excited, and the house is noisy in anticipation for the flight tomorrow. So yeah. You're late. It's 11. No, Mark. No, you got to turn your clock back there. Most clocks are done because they're obviously like cell phones and whatnot. They do that automatically because it's internet time, right? But either way. So next week, next Sunday, I won't be here to do a Sunday brunch build, but the following Sunday, it is going to be the 19th of November. Remember the 19th of November, because we're going to start the next group kit build. Ugh. And hopefully you guys, if you have not got one of these kits yet, you still have time. And then let me know, because we're gonna start the Chocolate Factory build as a group. Very fun, right? Been waiting for this kit for a while, and I've had it for a while. I think I've had it since the Otter Valley event in September. So it's been sitting here waiting for me to put it together. So very excited for that. Yeah, so I'll be kind of like, out of the office for a little over a week. So yeah. It doesn't take long to pack, maybe the rest of the family, but to pack for yourself should not take more than 5 minutes. Yeah, no, literally, like jeans, t-shirts, and do I need hoodies down in Florida? I don't know. I'm gonna take hoodies anyways, because even on the hottest day here, you'll still catch me in a hoodie. But yeah, so it should be fun. I'll have lots of fun, and when I come back, I'll be nice and refreshed, and I'll get back to work on the layout, because I haven't done too much work on the physical layout, but I've been doing a lot of unboxing and reviews and kit builds and stuff like that. These are the new Otter Valley OVRtrains.com 52-foot pipe load bulkhead flat car, or bulkhead pipe car, whatever you want to call it, because it carries specifically pipe. You'll probably have seen a number of videos online already about these and how awesome they are. And yeah, we're going to do some work today on them. Not on the cars, but on the pipe. Because this scale pipe here, it needs to have colored tips. Basically, depending on the colored end, it actually lets people know how much pressure can go through this pipe. There's a bunch of different colors you can do, but you only do one color per car. And that's basically, so this car here might have all blue tips to it, or all green tips, or all yellow tips, and those will all go to one customer. Now, in most cases, all of these pipes will be loose in here, but in other cases, yes, that's right, you can wrap them. You can put like the wood through to divide them, but they're always going to be the same colored ends, never mixed. Now, on this car as well, keeping in mind, you know, your layout, your rules, but if you want to do something a little bit more prototypical, and if you want to keep to a prototypical kind of modeling, because, you know, I kind of go both ways with this, right? Like certain things with my layout is very much, well, my layout, my rules, and that's okay because I'm the one who's building it. But in certain cases where I want to make things seem a little bit more realistic in that sense, and I want to follow certain rules, in the real world, these pipe cars will not be filled up to the top with pipe. Now there's markings. See these white markings right along there? That's your cutoff line. So you could fill it if you want. Totally cool, your car, your layout. But in the real world, that's your cutoff line, and to fill beyond that is actually illegal. So we're just going to fill it to the line. Is that to the line? I feel like that's to the line. I could probably take out another row there, but that's what you want to do. You want to keep it below that line, and that's all the pipe you need. So I'm just going to take out a bit more because I want to know how much, what color I'm going to do all these pipe. Okay, so that's right to the line. You can see it there. It's right at the line. So I'm going to do all of these one color. And I got to fix this now because look at the mess I made. Now when you buy these cars, it doesn't come with the pipe, so you do have to buy your own pipe, but it comes in a bag. And look at all this extra pipe I have. I could probably do about 4 cars with one bag if I'm doing it, you know, the way it's supposed to be done, if I'm following the rules, right? So if I'm following the rules, I could probably do about 2.5 to 3 cars. Now, I'm not sure what color is what, you know, what holds what pressure. That I'm not too sure of. But I'm just going to pick a couple of different colors because I've got a couple of cars. And probably when I do, or when I get more cars, because I do really like these and I do want to get way more, because of the fact that when these run, they usually run in a set of, like, I've seen, you know, 10 to 20 cars on a train. There we go. But you can also do it as a, you know, mixed manifest. So there we go. So right to the line, I actually have extra pipe here that I'm going to have to put back in the bag because I had one that was like way too high. So these are going to be for max capacity per car here. Must not be Irish. No, Irish, English. There's probably a little Scottish in there too. But Hey Derek, how's it going? And Big CW, how's it going? Haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back. Okay, so we're gonna tilt this down. I'm gonna show you exactly what we're going to do here. So this is all my extra pipe. Yeah, like I could probably do, like that's probably another car, and that's probably, yeah, I could probably do 3 more cars. Shoot, that's awesome. Okay, well. So with this, now before I start, hey John, how's it going? Now, if you are working on something today, if you want to join me and talk trains and whatnot, you definitely can. There is the link in the chat. Now, I've got all these pins here, and I got to find all the ones that aren't wonky because, okay, yeah, that'll work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a pin cushion. Hey Brad, how's it going? Why doesn't that go through? That's weird. Oh, there we go. Now this might take a while as far as painting these and then letting them dry and then doing multiple, because I don't know how many pipe are in here specifically, but if there is a lot, then yeah, this could take a while. I don't even know how many pins I have. I know I've got a bunch of wonky ones, but as far as getting these done, so basically you see all the pins sticking up there. When they're down like that, you know, you'll be able to adjust them a little bit, but more or less we're going to take these, dip the ends because it's just the threaded part, and then we're going to put them on the nice little drying rack that we've got here, and that's how they're going to be, and they're just going to all dry on here. Cool. We need to turn the clocks back every Sunday so we get that extra hour of sleep and make that show. Yeah. Leap. Because I think that goes out the window when you have kids. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I'm just sorting these out here, just trying to grab some nice pins that will actually work. Because, like, look at this. Like, you can tell that I use that on the actual layout because it's like it has a crooked pin to it. Whoops. So I like these cars a lot. They work really well and they roll nice. So if anybody's ever interested in getting some, you can only get them from Otter Valley. And I know that they've got lots available. If you guys haven't seen my unboxing and review video for them, go check it out because, you know, work real hard on those videos. So. And then I believe that was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday I did the scrap metal gondola, the 6000. Now, those are fun cars. I don't need a lot of those. I need mostly the pipe cars because I'm going to do just a pipe car train. Whoops, don't run away. It'd be nice if I could do a whole car on one sheet here, but I doubt that's going to happen. I feel like I'm going to get like half of that done. Maybe. Who knows? Thanks, Derek. My other option was a piece of foam, but the thing is that the diameter on the end of this thing here, this, you know, if I push that into foam, they'll either, it won't go down all the way, it might ruin the pipe, or it might get stuck in there, and I don't want like pink foam inside the pipe. So making a little pin cushion like this here, just to dry them, it works. You just want to make sure it's heavy enough that the whole thing doesn't tip over when all your pipes are standing up on it. But this is like a thick cardboard. You know, this is a pretty thick piece here. I also have foam core board, but I have a much larger piece. This might not work, so I was just hoping to try to get as much onto one of these as possible, but we will see what happens. Now, as far as colors go, do you guys have a color preference? Do you guys want to choose for me? Because I've got two different cars here. There's many different colors you can use. Green, blue, red, yellow, orange is another one. Depending on also what I have. Like if you ask for like aubergine and I'm like, I don't have aubergine, and there's no such thing as an aubergine pipe, we might have a problem. So, you know, if you stick to the basics, the basic colors, then, you know, might be able to do that. But what do you guys think? What, you know, as far as color of pipe, I'll let you guys choose maybe one, if not both. Look at this wonky fella. Like, how did I even do that? I'm stronger than I look, I guess. That's from like putting cork down and then pinning the cork to, you know, whatever. And then, yeah. Sometimes the little ball comes off the end too, and then I just have to throw away the wire. Yeah, this one here doesn't even have the ball on the end. Look at that. I should have like just thrown that away. But these little pins here, which I've had these since probably my first or second layout. I've used them so many times. They have put down so much track and cork you wouldn't believe. They're sold out of the RS18Us now. Well, anybody who wanted one, you missed out. Bubs did a review video and unboxing of those yesterday. I don't think anybody has actually done that besides him, so go take a look and see if it's something that you would be interested in, because it's the thing with Otter Valley, or not Otter Valley, with Rapido, is that when they make an amazing locomotive, it always gets shadowed by the ones where there is an issue. So it's tough, right? Everyone always looks at, well, they messed up on this or that, or these had a recall and whatnot. So when something comes out and it's really, really good, it gets, you know, pushed aside, or, you know, people don't care as much because, you know, they feel like they've lost faith in certain companies. So, which happens, right? But the RS18 is a solid locomotive. I personally don't have any use for one, but I'm sure somebody out there would. Yellow. We've got to vote for yellow. Good choice. And I'm pretty sure I have a yellow. And I'm almost done filling up this board here, so that's good too. 90% of the show today will be me putting pins into a cardboard strip. I hope that's what you came for. Nah. I'm assuming the painting part of this will not take too long, so I've got my bridge to work on just in case. Well, that one, yeah, RS18, right? But it's a high nose opposed to the whole chop nose thing. Oh, breakfast. Thank you. Much love, much love. Okay. Gotta get that pin through there. Okay. Yeah, definitely don't want to sit on that. Okay, I've got way more pins, so this is actually working out. I thought I was going to run out of pins. Turns out I'm going to run out of cardboard first. Brunch in person. Good morning, James. How's it going? James, how's your Sunday going? Gotta get this. Ooh, I hate that scratching sound. Okay, I think I'll do one more row and then we'll start, because I at least want to get some of these painted. You know, I should use a hairdryer to just dry the paint so that it dries faster, but I'm not in any sort of rush. And I think thanks to Derek, we're going to do it yellow, and that's the color we're going to go with for the first car anyways. But I have a lot of individual pipes to do, so we will do those. We will do them all yellow first and get that over and done with. Oh, and I do have a guest that's in the basement here, so I will let them in 1 second. I'm just going to pick up these pins. There we go, and then put all these boobies back into here. So I got my pin cushion now. Okay. All right. So I'm going to bring up my guest now, and you know him from YouTube. I know him from YouTube as well, and also in person. I've met him in person. We've got Mike from Mike HO Trains. How's it going, Mike?
Hey, Chris, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Good, good. What are you working on today?
I am actually working on basically air conditioning units and stuff that go on top of buildings. I'm scratch building everything.
Oh, nice. So are you building them out of styrene?
Yeah, everything's out of styrene. In fact, I'm going to do a tutorial on how to do them, and also a tutorial how to do the basically the long safety stairs. You know, I mean, you can pretty well build everything out of styrene. It's pretty cool. Saves you lots of money, anyways.
That's true.
How is everybody
today? So do you use
anyways?
just like evergreen, or?
Yeah, basically, this is my pile. This is just half of what I have.
Oh wow!
So I have a lot of evergreen stuff.
So how do you decide what thickness and all that, or is there a specific one that you like to use when it comes to stuff like that?
No, I mean, there's no real standard. Basically, it's kind of trial and error. I mean, over the years, I know what works and what doesn't. So that's what I'm trying to teach people, like, save them some headaches with my tutorials. I mean, I'm not like in my tutorials, I'm not going to I'm not spending an entire hour building something. I'm going to leave that up to that person to do, but I'm just going to give them the basics, and then it's up to them to really kind of figure it out, which is, I think, way more important.
Neat.
So,
Sounds
yeah,
good.
I'm just working on building a bunch of these different ones. I don't know if you can see them. This one's got like doors I put on and stuff like that. So how are the pipe cars
Let me
doing?
get rid of the banger. Pipe cars are great. I'm gonna dip the threaded ends in yellow.
Oh, nice.
So that'll help make them look.
What does
more
yellow
realistic.
indicate? Is that a special dimension or diameter or something?
Yeah, so the different colored ends will make it sound, well, they color the ends because every color represents a certain amount of pressure that the pipe can handle.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, if it's just water, it won't be as much of a pressure. So I don't know what color that is. It's probably blue or something.
Okay, cool.
But then depending on other chemicals that go through it, might be yellow, might be something else.
Yeah, I might order a couple. I'm still trying to decide like what I need to, like I'm thinking about doing an expansion, but the expansion will be like this big heavy, like basically one giant industry. So the pipe cars would actually probably work really well. Same with the 6000 series cars too. So
yeah, they're really nice. I've had a
yeah, I
lot of
saw
fun
your
playing with them, running them around.
yeah, I saw your videos. They're really nice. I mean, especially the close up on for me, the details are everything, right? They just look amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, for what you're paying, I mean, it's all in the details anyways. So.
Oh, for sure.
So yeah, so basically what I'm doing here on these boxes, and basically
so I don't really have to go too.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I don't have to go too deep with the pipe because it's just supposed to be the threaded end there. So I'm just doing the tip. But yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Sorry, you were saying. I'm gonna go full screen on your thing there so that we can get a closer look at what you're doing.
All right, cool. I can kind of walk you through the process of what I'm doing too.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
All right, cool. So basically what I do, I make different sizes of boxes, and usually I'm using. Let me see if yeah, here we are. I use. Whoops! I just dropped something. That's okay. I use tile 4503, and the cool thing about using tiles is that the tiles are already built in. So basically, you can just score along these lines, and create any types of size of boxes without having to measure, and it works out fantastic. And so basically, I will create a box, all different sizes and shapes. Right? It really doesn't matter. And then after that, I'll just start putting elements all over it. So you can see, let me just see if I can get it close. So you can see all the different, these are just basically scrap. And once you paint it and you put some pipes through it and attach pipes and stuff like that, and put it on your roof and put some dry brush and some washes on it, giving that rust color, they look amazing. And I mean, could save you a small fortune, especially when you want to detail your roof. So basically that's what I'm doing, this one I put doors on it, I run some pipes coming out and, paint it like a gray color or green color. You can paint them pretty well any way you want, but I think the more detail, like a lot of people don't realize when they're doing their stuff that top of a building is really important, especially if you're looking down on it. You know, add that texture, add the stains on the roof. You know, adds a lot of piping, like, you know, for me, that's all part of the layout too. People forget about, oh, I want to detail a building, but they forget about doing the roof. So, so that to me is, you know, really, really important. Another aspect of modeling and stuff like that. So, I mean, like a simple piece like this is a vent, right? So I'm just going to throw it down on top of this, throw a little glue, add that, and now I've got sort of like a vent, right? Just shape it. It's, you know, it's misshapen, but it doesn't matter to me. You're not going to notice it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just add, you know, different elements across. So, and that's really, really pretty cool the way you can
That's
just
really
kind
neat.
of add details and stuff like that. So, and that's how I make my air conditioning units and ventilation units and all of that kind of stuff. So.
So now, do you normally look at like Google Earth and look at the tops of buildings and whatnot to
Yeah,
get ideas
I've
for
got
something like
an
that?
app called Rail. I think it's called Rail Tracker, and it gives you every location of every railway system in North America. And you can
Oh,
zoom in like Google Earth and follow all the tracks, and all the tracks go into different industrial buildings, and you can see. I mean, the amount of detail is incredible. I mean, especially if you want to follow railways and industrial buildings, it's one of the best apps I have on my phone. And I use that, like I'll zoom in right into like all these mega complexes, especially industrial parks and stuff like that, and get
yep.
like a ton of ideas. You know, that's really, and that just brings out your layout, anyone's layout for that matter, you know. I just keep adding more and more elements to my buildings, and I'm going to do a video of how I built these buildings. I'm starting on the new, like my fifth one, so I'm going to do like a how-to video on how I construct stuff.
So with your expansion, because you said that you were working on an expansion for your layout there, do you have an idea of what you're going to do or
Yeah,
what you're going to model?
it's basically going to be it's going to be basically like this is my first section is a large industrial park, right? So this is going to be another industrial
Yep.
park, but basically it's going to be one giant complex with big giant tanks. So you can have tanker cars going through it, waste and so on. And it's going to be one large build or a series of buildings that are one major building where you can actually move the cars inside the building. So it'll be two tracks going inside this large complex. So where you offload and unload inside, and there'll be runaround tracks along it. And then I'm going to scratch build huge industrial tanks, which I've actually bought the PVC pipe. Actually, I found one. People throw out stuff. You walk around construction yards, and people throw out like, you know, pre-cut PVC pipes of all different sizes. So I just collect them and cut them to my own, like my size of what I need for like tanks and stuff like that. And that whole section, that 8 feet, will be this giant complex. So
That's so cool.
because I really like I really like tank cars and stuff, right? So, you know, it's pretty, like that blue one you bought, that one looks really cool.
Yeah, they're fun.
Yeah.
I feel like you can do a lot with them.
Oh yeah, I think so too.
Oh,
I mean,
the like the greenish kind of turquoise one.
yeah, I really like that one. Is that a Walter? Which one is
Yeah,
that
that's
anyways?
nice. Yeah, Walter's mainline.
Okay, cool. Yeah, maybe I'll pick up one or two of those if they have any left.
Yeah. They should. I know that they did at least 4 different numbers with that, and
Oh, did they?
there's usually a few stragglers hanging around. They don't all go, but
Yeah, I'll have to
yeah.
check. I haven't logged on to OVR for at least a week, so. But I do have to. I need to buy some tanker cars, so I'm gonna do another order soon.
Hey Ramsey, how's it going? Thanks for joining us.
Welcome.
And if I missed anybody else, Now, do you want to say, if anybody hasn't seen Mike's layout here, Mike Ho Trains, go check him out on YouTube. He's got quite the extensive layout, and it's not about the size of the layout; it's what you do with it. And you've gone above and beyond as far as details. I've told you a number of times how impressed I am personally with how detailed you have it. It's nuts. Yeah, a lot of time put into that, I'm assuming. But
Yeah.
yeah, how long have you been working on that for?
7 months. But like I told
7 months.
Bernard, because I've been in production for over 35, like in the creative field for 35 years, I set production goals for myself. So, like I'll say, okay, this week or the next 2 weeks, I'm going to focus on this building. And then I'll say, okay, I always tell everybody when you're doing something, try to get it to 80%. Don't do 100% because you'll never reach 100%, right? Because it's too intimidating for anybody. So I always say go 80%. Get to a point where you're happy with how it looks. Put it on the layout, test it, come back to it maybe a week later, then add a few more elements, like walk around, get examples, right? Like I'm constantly walking around industrial parks, getting ideas, and then go back and add maybe a few more elements. Maybe add, a piping system to the side of the building or whatever, right? Or I start adding some more details to the roof and stuff like that. So I always get that mentality. I'm always 80% into something. That way, I've always got that 20% where I get to play around with stuff and adding those final little pieces of details, right? So, like even now, I'm still adding more details to my buildings. People look at it and go, "Oh, they're done." I go, "No, not really." Maybe I'm going to add a little bit more to graffiti here, or I might add some more wires here, or maybe I'll add a few more elements to the roof, or and stuff like that. So, but it's like an ongoing process, which is, works. It's really, it really works for anybody who really wants to kind of get into that type of mindset.
Well, it definitely, when I look at your videos, I come back and I look at my layout and I'm like, okay, well, there's obviously way more I can add. But what I tend to do is, like, I will build the frame of my layout, and like all the buildings and whatnot, so I know where I'm putting my track and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
I know a lot of people do the XCAD track, but mine is very, like, a lot of it is on the fly. I know a general sense of where my tracks are going to go or how many tracks, but incorporating buildings with that and not forgetting the buildings, because they're a huge part of it.
Oh, big
So
time.
I try to
Yeah.
put like a placeholder, but I just get so psyched watching your videos, and then I come back and I'm like, okay, I seriously have so much I need to do still. I
Well, that's
can't
it.
forget
I'm
about
saying,
the
like,
building.
exactly. Like you've got, like, especially like, okay, an example. The first place I would concentrate on your layout, and one of the first places I would concentrate as a signature scene, which is basically, like I've indicated with a lot of people, focus on one small area that as soon as somebody comes in, they go, wow, right? But it also gives you a wow factor. And that area would be your lumber mill, right? Because that to me looks like it's probably the closest to being, I guess, completed in the sense of compared to everything else. And that's where I would, like, personally, I would focus all my detail on like going over the buildings and adding extra stuff with evergreen styrene, like focusing on the roof and adding more piping systems and all this type of thing that basically would kind of bring those buildings to life, right? Because there's only so much you can do in a
Yeah,
kit and what a kit gives you. And you need to kind of add
yeah,
more and more of those elements that, that really they don't give you or they force you to pay extra for, right?
yeah. No, it's true. We have Bubs here with us as well. Bubs is going to
Hey,
join
Bubs.
us.
Ew.
Here we go.
Ew.
Ew.
How's it going?
Good, buddy. You?
Hey,
Not bad.
Yeah. And what are you working on? Looks like you got
Bubs, what are you
the
working on today?
old soldering stuff going.
I'm actually sort of gonna make myself a testing plug for my just plug lights because I'm gonna wire all these that are up here, and then basically I just want to make a test plug because I do have the outlet for it, and just to see if it works.
So are you wiring your buildings, like lighting them all up with fiber optic
Yes.
cables, or?
No, they came like this. I got these from Amazon, but as well they came with resistors, so I still got to figure out how to do that. But these are
Okay.
drop-in buildings for Debojo, so they can be plugged into from the actual module.
Oh, really? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I got a
So
bunch of fiber optic cables, but I've got to I got to figure out how I want to light everything, like in interior
okay,
and stuff like that. So, but that's on my list. There's no rush right now for me for that yet.
yeah. No, I'm using a whole bunch of plugs that Chris actually gave me right now.
Oh, nice. So, Chris,
Yeah,
are you going to weather
from my
those
old
cars?
module days, where I had to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. At some point, I'd like to.
Yeah.
I figured that would take me not as long as this would, so I want to do all the loads first.
Oh,
Get them
okay.
all dipped, and then they'll dry.
Yeah, no, Otter Valley did a really nice job on their newest stuff. I'm really impressed. Like the
Oh yeah,
quality,
they did.
the detail is pretty amazing.
The 15th, I'm gonna put my order in for my two
Yeah,
6,000. But now I'm contemplating: do I get pipe cars?
yeah. Bunch is more of a CP modeler, right? So I don't think the pipe cars ran on the CP at all.
No, they didn't.
I think just the CN mainline. But there's a huge what is it? Is it a no? It's a scrap metal thing out in Alberta there, and you'll see a lot of the 6000s out that way. But yeah, quite a few road names.
Yeah, no, they're really covering quite a bit. You know, I'm looking forward to the cabooses that they're bringing out.
Oh, the transfer vans?
Yeah, I've got the one with one with test on it. I got that one pre-ordered. I really like those. They look really nice.
Oh, the test scheme. Yeah, that one's really nice.
Yeah.
I think that's the closest thing we'll get to a Point St. Charles until Atlas does something with the tooling from the old True Line.
Yeah, but who knows when that's ever going to happen, though. It's...
Yeah, so much red tape. And is the tooling any good? That's the other thing, right?
Well, that's true. Like, you know, it all depends. Like,
pretty old.
I mean, look at Astron. Every Tuesday, they're bringing out stuff, and it's just like, okay.
Well, the other thing is they still have Warren has been out with his cars now for quite some time, and Aston still hasn't put theirs out yet.
Well, a lot of their stuff's been delayed, like over and over again, right? I mean, with the amount of stuff that they're manufacturing, I'm just amazed that they can bring out what they do.
I'm not. Well, I got to figure out what's. Well, the thing I'm not happy with, especially with the veteran units, because they first announced the first two, but now it sounds like they're going to bring all four of them out at once.
No, 5, and
all 5 again. Like rebuild all 5 again. But there's also they're also doing the Strathcona unit, the M2, the ACU as well.
Oh, really?
So that's technically 6.
Like they bundled all 5. Like last Tuesday when I was watching them, they said, "Oh, you can buy this one like bundle of 5," and I think it was like $1,600 US, which is probably that's 2,000 Canadian. Like,
yeah,
do you know what I mean? Like 2,000. Like, dude, man, like, I mean, that's way over my budget. Like, as well as beautiful as those engines look.
We all got responsibilities.
Yeah, like. Okay. I mean, plus I have a shelf layout, and 6 axles do not look. I mean, I have one 6-axle engine. I mean, I'm running 4 axles because that's on a shelf layout. That's what looks the best. 6 axles just don't. They just look out of place.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, I mean, I would love to get those units, but $2,000? Nah, man, I want to get like the GP9s. I'm looking forward to the Rapido. Like everything that's on my list of locomotives to buy next year is the GP40 that Rapido is bringing out, the GP9s, the Dash 8, and I think the Dash 8's a 6-axle, but it's a smaller unit.
Yep.
Right. I don't think it's equivalent to the major. I can't remember.
I think it's actually equivalent to an EC 4400. An EC 4400 is shorter than an ES 44.
Like for me, the most important ones I'm looking forward to are the GP9s, which I want to get at least 4 of those, or 3, because I want a con system, right? They would look amazing on a small shelf layout, and the GP40s, and they're all CN too, which is a bonus. So I mean, that's there's probably $1,500 right there, but I'm getting high quality. I'm getting locomotives I really, really want, and I can save up for it because basically everything's not coming out till at least September to November or December of next year. That's even if they hold the schedule, right? So,
yeah.
And if you're going for a slug on top of it, that's 700 Canadian, right there.
Yeah, because it's mother and slug.
Yeah, right. Which they look amazing.
You can't get the slug separate.
Because I saw a guy, I guess it was a couple of weeks ago. They were running a Rapido slug, I guess the newest unit, on some layout, and it looked amazing. The way it was all lit up, and the flashing beacons, the 3 different types of flashing beacons going at different intervals. I was just like, wow, that looks amazing. So,
yeah.
I mean, there's some really,
wasn't
really
it only
nice stuff coming out.
Overland that had done a slug previously?
There's another Canadian company that did it because I saw too at that shop I like to talk that I don't that I like to you know what I'm talking about. It was a Canadian company. They built them for like $200. It's hard to find them though.
The secret shop.
The underground market, I call it.
Yeah. Trackside Mike is in the chat. Hey, Mike and Kyle, how's it going? Good day to all of you.
Hey, Trackside. And Kyle.
You'll be well. Did you happen to see the Dash 8 that they put out like how long ago? At least 5-6 years ago.
Who, Rapido or?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
It was part of the Prime Mover series.
Oh, really?
Which was like I got mine for 200, and that was with sound. But the details weren't there, like all the extra parts and stuff.
Yeah.
So, but like the locomotive itself, much like your M420, it's amazing puller. Like that's a huge thing.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
It can look great, but pull worth nothing.
It's got a pull.
But yeah, the Dash 8 is a great puller. Yeah.
Oh, really? I mean, my M420.
Yeah. So you'll probably be pleasantly surprised if you get one.
All right, cool. Because I love the M420. I'm really thinking about getting another one. I just like when it boots up, when that engine goes and it's just humming. There's nothing like it, dude. The sounds coming from it's just beautiful. It's just really, really nice looking locomotive. They did a phenomenal job, and the slow speed, it's just silky smooth. Because I'm running it like on my layout, I'm running everything super slow, like real world. Well, I mean, like I simulate going to. As it's crossing over, the guys sort of like getting out, they're switching, and moving forward and all of that kind of stuff, right? It's just how they would really do it. Because to me, that's just, that's a lot more fun for me.
I'm trying to figure out, does the resistor go on the positive or on the negative?
No idea.
Someone can help us in the chat here.
Mike might know.
Yeah, because isn't there a short end of the LED?
No, there isn't. Both cables are both equally long.
Oh.
So what I want to do is maybe, like I said, I'm going to try testing this, and then I'm going to see what to go from there, really. Because this way here, if I can run everything off one plug, I'm laughing. LED, it doesn't matter. Okay, so I can. Okay, I may just do that then. I'll just may put the resistor on the negative. Thanks a lot, LG. Now, the other thing is, do I have to put resistor on each individual LED, or can I put one on 3?
I think it's 1 per, but I might be wrong.
Well, we'll see
I'm
what
not
he
an
says.
electronics guy.
No, I know, me either. Like, James would be, but he's not. He's going to church. On each LED. Ah, damn it. Okay.
I've almost done the full car load.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, look at them all. It's like a porcupine.
Jeez.
At least the yellow is sticking out. Like, it's not like super bright, but at the same time, it it'll do what it needs to do.
So I saw Tracks Like Mike's video when he was at OVR buying about 50 cars in that shopping cart, and I was like, whoa! Like he bought the entire store. All the inventory's gone.
Yeah, unfortunately, they don't have any left now because Mike went shopping.
Yeah. Thanks, Mike. You just took everything from us.
Yeah, I saw that going, well, I guess I'm not placing my order because there's nothing left.
Oh, we got Randall's going to join us here.
Oh, we got sales support already.
Yeah, it's just, they're all the same LED, so I can run one.
Hey, Randall.
Hey, Randall. Okay. I don't know. LG's helping me out there. That's good.
I heard you guys talking about some of the new models coming out, and I was going to chime in. I'm really excited about that C30-7 that Rapido's coming out with. I mean,
oh yeah,
yeah, I can't wait to get that one. I got a BM one pre-ordered, so.
I mean, even the RSU 18s, they look amazing.
And I just wish
I wish there was a CN version.
Yeah, their U25Bs were really good too. The two Frisco engines they had did really good on the club layout a couple weeks ago. Yeah, I put them on a 50 car train and it just zipped around the layout with it. So,
well, just one, or did you have a consist?
I did have to run both of them together. I think they're good for about 35 to 40 cars.
Like individually?
35, I'd say. Yeah, individually. But I think I had some cars that had some pretty bad rolling resistance on them, too. Probably hurt them quite a bit.
Were they going up a grade or anything, or was it all flat?
No, the layout's flat. I mean, there's no grades or anything.
Oh, okay.
But you get if you got cars that don't look too good, it really shows up on there.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good test for the car, that's for sure.
Yeah, it is. Good test for look too. I mean, that layout, I've always told people the main HO layout the club has, what's really good at is if you want to seriously underpower your trains.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, the most cars I'm pulling are probably 4 at the most on my layout. So I'm not really, and it's flat. So I really don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. But
the most I ever personally ran behind any single locomotive was a 64 cars. That was done with 2 different engines.
Oh, nice.
We did it once with the Athearn Genesis 8 ACU, and the second time we did it was with the Scale Trains.
So what do you think about the GP? Hey, Randall, what do you think about the GP9s that Rapido's coming out next year?
I got a mother and slug set ordered and another one to go with it.
Nice.
I'm more interested in the SD7 and SD9. I mean, Jeeps are nice. That SD7 and SD9, especially being one, that really piqued my interest when they announced that.
Yeah, it's really nice that there's a large variety of stuff to choose from.
Yeah. And I'm actually in Council Bluffs, Iowa right now. I just dropped her off, and I'm being held up by a train.
Oh yeah.
Just switching here. Yeah.
I mean, for me, I like all switchers. Like, I love switchers. So my idea is to collect, all different types over the years.
I was gonna say with the M420, like I was pulling a good 30 to 40 cars with one locomotive, and I was going up at 2%.
Was that on your layout?
And I'm like, I don't get this from my other locomotives. That's crazy.
Chris, is that on your layout?
Yeah.
Nice.
I was pulling all my gondolas, and then
Wow. Did you have any weight in them?
I think they're already weighted. A lot of the cars.
No, did you put additional weight?
They were all gondolas and cylindricals.
Oh, okay. And you only have the one M420, right?
Nope.
Oh, you have 2?
Yeah, it has a lot of potential. Yeah, from the first run.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah,
Just
that's right. But you've got the newest one too, right? Or no?
Nope, not yet.
Oh, okay.
Soon. I'll get one.
If I had any more,
hopefully,
sound problems in my engines. Really, just that one SD3-2 I had the Scale Train one where it decided to the decoder decided to go complete in. That was in the Walther mainline engine. I've had pretty good luck with my motors. I haven't had any issues besides those 2. So.
Yeah, my locomotives have run really well so far. No real issues. Knock on wood.
I'll show you right quick what I'm waiting on here. Just kind of proved to everybody I am track size. So.
I like the idea of that 5-pack of heritage units.
What, from Athearn?
Like, I don't do soundtracks, so I'd have to get the upgrade them all.
Is that the
Yeah.
Athearn one? Yeah.
Yeah.
I just, that's starting a new road name, right? Like that, they're really nice.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
So that's a tough call, and they definitely don't make them cheap, right? So,
No.
No.
I mean, you are paying for
Oh, nice catch.
the quality and stuff, so. But that is an expensive purchase.
yeah, that's
for sure.
100% quality.
I mean,
Yeah,
if you consisted
it
all
would have
five
to
of
be
them,
a dry year.
yeah. I mean, it would look amazing with all five running in a consist, right? Pulling stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it'd be insane. And those engines, those are really good. I was at 64 cars with the CP rolling I have. That's pretty tough. And that's not, that's not what the hell the average 40-foot box car and all that storage is. That's all different cars.
Come on.
For the side back and transcan. Here.
Whoops.
You won't believe this, but I put in the exact amount of pins as I have pipes.
Get out of
Nice.
here.
I didn't count it out or nothing.
What are the odds on that?
It's weird, right? Like
That's really that is like the universe is
very
aligned.
slim.
The universe just aligned right there.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
I just
The train
pushed myself
gods were on your favor.
They are pleased.
Ah.
Just got to make sure that none of these wet parts touch now. Yeah, like if there's a set to get, then it would probably be the veteran set, right? Like I'm not opposed to it for the simple fact that I went out and I got the 4 out of 6 of the CN heritage units, like really nice, and I still want the other 2, but it's like, you're looking at a $300 locomotive versus a $400 locomotive. But then, obviously, if you're getting the DC version, it's a little bit cheaper. But then you got to go and you got to get your, lock sound decoders and speakers and all that, and you got to do the upgrading yourself, or you pay for someone to do it.
I think it's cheaper just to
So it
buy
ends up being more.
the full. Isn't it cheaper just to buy a DCC already? Like by the time you add all the sound cards and everything?
Probably, yeah. But like I don't normally do the whole soundtracks. I run all lock sound.
Oh, you do you? Oh, okay. Is that for like
I'm very
more so for like consisting, so you don't have issues with other sound cards and stuff, or?
Well, just so that they speed match.
like I don't have anything against.
Oh, is that why? Oh, okay.
Yeah, and like I've got like a user interface for lock sound as well, where I've got nothing that would be able to change the number for soundtracks.
Oh, okay.
No, for that you need JMRI.
Oh, really? Nah.
Yeah.
It's getting too complicated for me.
Oh, no.
Like I probably know someone that could do that for me, but it's like I hate putting my stuff on other people. You know what I mean? Just
yeah. I mean, I'm
I'm
creative. I'm not a programmer. So I'll hire
No
somebody to do that.
Oh, we just lost Randall.
Yeah.
I think I had a hard time hearing him, so I think his connection was pretty. He was on very low Wi-Fi or something.
All good. His thing is usually better. I think when he's at home it's better, but I think he's out and about right now. So
I think he said he was out. Yeah.
that might be why.
What? In Council Bluffs.
Bam. All in one shot right there.
Wow,
This
look
calls
at you
for a
go.
bacon. See? Bacon.
Where's Dave when you need him? Okay, there's that. The resistor's on that one. Yeah, for resistor number 2.
And also, I decided with my bridge, I'm going to build 2 individual bridges. So it's like
Yeah.
there was one, and then however many years later, they built a second one. And then we'll just do one as going like westbound and one's going eastbound, more or less.
Oh, that
So
sounds
I'll
like a
do
plan.
one, and then we'll just have to do another at a later time.
Well, thanks for letting me join. I got to go make spaghetti now and meatballs. But have a good time on your vacation, Chris.
Oh, neat.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.
Have a
fun
good
with the
one.
spaghetti and meatballs. You're welcome to join anytime. Thanks for sharing
That sounds delicious.
your tips and tricks with us. Are you getting your soldering done there?
Yeah, I got one resistor on, and I'm going to do the other 2.
Oh, we'll check, see if Randall is back here. Hey, Randall? I think Randall was having a bit of a connection issue. I think he still is, but... Mike, if you're watching, I know you got some pipe cars. Do this. This is awesome. Or if you send me bags of pipe, I'll dip the ends for you and I'll send them back to you.
It'll cost you.
No, it's Mike.
Well, how many pipe cars do you think he bought?
How many do I think he bought? I think he
Yeah.
at least bought a 6. I'm not sure, but he might have bought a 6-pack.
6?
At least.
I thought he would have at least bought a 12-pack.
I don't know. I know that I still want to get another 6-pack to go with these 2 here. So, you know, an 8-car train is not bad because I can do like, 4 empty and 4. Well, actually, I can remove the load, so that's not a big deal. So I can do an 8-car train of just pipe.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. That, like, those cars, like, they are actually in mixed consists. So you can have, like, about 6 in a mixed consist.
Yeah. The cool thing is that like I can drop pipe off at my ethanol plant, and
Yes.
you know, I can also have other customers as well, which is neat. I can have later on down the road when I start to use my
steel mill.
My steel
well,
mill.
UP 1979 still there.
Oh, Randall, you coming in there now?
That we are one engine that has the special fancy engine.
I'm not catching too much.
Me either.
Randall, are you out and about?
Yeah, I'm on my way back to Sioux City. I was just saying that we are one in the UP 1979. It's an area I just now.
Apparently, CP 7020 is on 118 heading east to the falls right now.
So,
which one?
Everyone want to know whereabouts that? Well, it's near Council Bluffs, right now, headed towards Sioux City. That thing's pretty much been here since I've been up here.
Nice.
Wonder how long it's going to take for this pipe to dry. Oh, I want to put it in the car. I want to see what it looks like. I'd be like, yeah, I did that. Oh, Mike said he needs another 10 cars.
Oh, jeez.
Only 10?
Yellow is water only, so you can do so it can't do ethanol. I'm only joking because I said to use yellow. Why you?
Dude,
I'm sure
I thought yellow was natural gas.
I don't know. I don't know. I think blue is water, which would make sense to me because, well, water is not blue. I mean, some water has a bluish look to it, but I have no idea. Like Derek said originally, yellow would show up the best, and I 100% agree with that because I mean, well, like look at it. It looks like a bunch of little twinkling pipes there. But I think the other one I was going to try was blue, but blue might be too dark on the black pipe, so I might do red. I don't know. Red or orange. Orange might be a good one. I just don't like the color orange, so I might do red. Tough decisions. Tough decisions. worst case scenario, I can always just dip all of these because I've got. I can just do another separate load of different colors because I've got so much pipe here. I've got so much pipe, and I can do a bunch of different colored pipe, and then just say, okay, well, this load goes to this location, and this load will go to this location. Trying to be resourceful and stuff,
Yeah. Careful. Okay. Make good size one. Put all three in. Lock it into position. That should fit all three.
Yeah, I didn't put too much paint on these pipes here, and there isn't actually a threaded end. You're just supposed to simulate that with the color.
Yeah.
So the paint's not too thick on there, so it shouldn't take too long to dry. Hopefully by the time I finish the live here, I can put them in the car and you can actually see it.
Yeah.
If not, I'll make a post about it.
Come on.
Mike wants to see the pipe. Here, let me go full screen for a second there, and then you'll be able to see it a little bit better.
Oh.
I ended up removing myself instead. Okay, well, here we go.
Yeah, you did.
There we go. Okay, full screen. So you can see here, these are the all the pipes, and all the threaded ends are, on there. It's just a dipped end in the yellow, which I should add. I went with daffodil yellow, which it's kind of like a drier looking yellow, you know, it's been out in the sun a little bit. But yeah, I'll fill the car in with those shortly. This is the before. This is, you know, you got your plain looking pipes, very plain looking. And then you'll have ones with the yellow tips on the end, a little bit more interesting. Yeah, not bad, Mike. Like I said, if you want me to do some of these for you, just send me a bag of pipes. Tell me what colors you want, and I'll do enough to, you know, fill some cars for you, help you out. Because it's kind of a pain, not gonna lie, but I mean that's part of the process, right? You gotta do that. Unless you want to do it, totally cool too. But I'm having fun. Thanks, guys. I'll show you with them in the car in a little bit.
Are they dry?
Hopefully soon. Some of them might still be. Yeah, like that one there, definitely still wet because it's on my fingernail. And in fact, I should probably.
Okay, I hope I do not overload these. Almost done. There we go. That's what I need right there.
Oh yeah. I'll definitely wait on it. It doesn't. Like I don't think they'll ruin the car at all. But worst case scenario, I'll post a picture on the socials there once they're dry. It should dry quick though, because the paint is it's just an acrylic paint, and it's very, very thin on the end there. I'm basically doing one car at a time. That's why I was like, I should have brought a hairdryer down so I can just kind of make them dry a little bit faster. But then it'd be noisy and, you know.
And isn't Steph packing that there in the suitcase right now?
Shouldn't I what?
Is Steph actually packing the hairdryer in her suitcase right now?
That I don't know. Probably.
No, get on there.
Derek is saying it takes longer for dipped to dry than actual brush painted. I can see how that would be a thing, but it's not something I've ever considered.
Okay. There we go.
Morning, Dwayne. Thanks for joining us. Or afternoon. No, it's not afternoon yet.
Nope. I mean, if we were still an hour ahead, yes, it would be right about now.
Technically, yeah.
There we go. Now, well, the wiring's done. Now to test it to see if it works. Turn this off. Unplug this.
I don't think I'm going to tie these loads down. I think that it already looks fine the way it is, and they don't have to be. But yeah, it does look nice. I'm wondering how I should weather it too. I always get nervous with more expensive cars, and because it's a $70 car, it's like, do I want to weather it?
Yeah. Okay, I need a just plug pack to see if this works. Crud. So I don't think the resistors work, or they're holding it so that no power comes to it now.
Oh, turn the little knob on the
No,
thing. And
I
that'll turn
went
up the
straight to a
power.
plug. Oh no, I went straight to a plug. That's why. I wanted to see if this would
Oh.
work just as a little test piece, but it doesn't. So maybe I wouldn't need the resistors with a. I'm just wondering now if I do get the plug though, the actual just plug system, another one. Maybe I just actually just have to straight wire it into there because that's what I did with the light poles. Thanks, Derek. Well, back tire recut.
Making this bridge is going to be a pain, but it'll be well worth it once it's done.
That's fair.
I actually enjoy making bridges, so.
Yeah.
It's
What's
just all
happening down
tedious
your end right now,
stuff.
there, Randall?
Well, right now, just going past a bunch of farmland stuff right now. Really not much in the way of trains. I'm not following the tracks anymore right now, so it'll be a little ways probably before I get back where we see railroad tracks again. But,
So you're out in the sticks. So technically, you're out in the sticks.
Yeah. Well, I guess more like the flatlands, if you want to call it that. But
Okay, the plains.
yeah, plains. Looks like they're getting ready to plant their fall crops, or have already got them in the ground. One from the looks of it.
Huh.
Did see some nice UP power though back at Council Bluffs though. A lot of if you're an EMD fan, you would have been pretty happy in there because there was a lot of them.
Ooh.
4-axle Jeeps and even a standard cab SD60. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. Even saw a GP15. I hadn't seen one of those in a long time. In person, I've seen them on video, but I haven't seen one in person in a long time.
GP15.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They call them baby tunnel motors.
Okay.
That's what I've always heard. That's what I've heard them called because the radiator section resembles that of an SD40 T-2.
Oh, neat. Oh, yeah, my buddy actually has one at the club in Conrail.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Boy, they got a lot of GP38s sitting out there at Council Bluffs.
Probably like 3/4 of them are RCLs.
They had one working that was doing some switching, but the one that was behind it wasn't. At least to what I saw, wasn't a RCL engine.
No?
No, the one that was leading was, but the other one wasn't. From the looks of it, it didn't have the strobe lights or anything on it.
Oh, okay.
And didn't have any of the markings saying it was remote control. So, but it was MU to one that was remote control. So
it was probably being used as a slug, maybe, unless it was leading. Because really, all you need is one unit that's an RCL, and then you can run all the units like that.
Yeah. And did see some Canadian National engines too up at Sioux City.
Okay.
And at Council Bluffs, last time I was there, there was a couple of ST60s from Canadian National too.
Oh. Probably just run through power.
They actually have a line that runs. They actually have their own rail line in both Sioux City and Council Bluffs.
Huh. Okay. Oh.
Because
I think the BC
Sioux
Rail
City
unit
you
was
have.
done that way, wasn't it?
Oh, I don't know. I
What?
hadn't saw it yet.
And my soldering wire just rolled away from me.
Saw a nice picture of a Union Pacific bringing us another one of our charger units, or via rail charger units.
Oh,
They're
there
all
you go.
built down south there, and they get brought up by the Union Pacific, and it switches over somewhere to CN, and then that CN brings it the rest of the way.
Chicago.
Yeah, BNSF delivers a lot of you guys' CN engines too.
Is it Chicago?
Yeah. Yes. Union Pacific goes to Chicago.
Because I know
It's always neat to see.
it's not uncommon to see BN delivering a bunch of rebuilds for Canadian National and for Norfolk Southern. So
Hmm.
I'm not sure if this is going to be wide enough. Might have
Yeah,
to make
that's weird.
these longer.
Okay.
Yeah, these have to stretch over 4 tracks and a space in between, and it's on a curve. So it's like, oof, yeah, you need a good amount of length to it.
Yeah.
Oh. The heck? Okay, well, that's gotta fix. All right, Derek, you have yourself a good one. So a lot of the ones that I started with, they're already dry because they were done obviously like over an hour and a half ago. So I'm just starting with those, the ones at the back.
Yeah.
I'm checking to make sure they're dry. And then I'm just putting them in the cart one by one. All the threaded ends have to be at the same end, which is totally fine. Or maybe I should. Whoops. It's cool because I think I've been working a lot on like my rolling stock lately, like with doing the lumber loads the last few weeks with for my lumber cars, and now doing the pipe here for the pipe cars, and I'm really having a good time with it because it's not something I normally do, so it's different, but it's nice. It's nice to detail things like this.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's fun. And of course, I'll come back and I'll weather it and whatnot.
Ooh, that was warm. I'm gonna wet my sponge again. Okay, what did I do with that one? Cut. All right, cut this down again.
What do we think the other color should be? I did yellow for one. Any suggestions for the other car?
Brown?
Any at all? I don't know if they did brown. They might have.
Where's Lauren when you need him? Because he could probably tell us everything on these cars.
He's at the shop. Probably. The wood. I think it's the Woodstock show is on today.
Oh.
So that means they're open because they're like 30 minutes from Woodstock.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Whoops.
Well, I got about another 50 miles to go.
So 150 clicks. Or 130 clicks.
Something like that. Something like that. I think it's about, from where I started there all the way up to here, I think it's right at 500 miles.
I don't mind driving sometimes, but like other times, I'm just like, can't stand the traffic and all that. That's what you get for living in like major cities and whatnot.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, Chris, that was pretty brutal coming up here last a little over a week ago, week and a half ago.
think I'm overly focused. Brian wants some pipe cars for sure. Brian's doing a steel mill, so he'll definitely want some pipe cars.
Before I do that, I should actually put some soldering and some insulation.
There we go. Pipe cars done.
Nice.
I know it doesn't look like much because all I did was literally just tip the ends of those pipes, but it'll probably look okay when I weather it and whatnot too.
Oh yeah.
It's something. It's definitely something. Yeah, not too shabby. Could probably add more to that, but it seems okay. Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, it's pushing 12 o'clock. That was the 2 hours there. I can't believe it took 2 hours to dip all these pipes and let them dry. But I also worked on the bridge as well, which is, you know, a bridge is a bridge. It's got to happen, right? Got to do that. Got to get it done so I can finish the scenery. We had Mike from Mike HO Trains. Thanks, Mike, for coming on and sharing some tips with us there. We've had Bubs, who was working on his modular layout as well for the club. Randall, are you still there?
Yep. I'm still here.
Randall's there too. He's driving.
So you can drive
I
it.
have another large. Like you start this winter. Oh, neat. But yeah. So there you have it. Pipe car. Go get one. Or if you're Mike, go get 20. And then send me a couple. Bubs would also like that.
Oh.
And then Bubs will realize that he doesn't need one, and he'll give me his. We have fun here.
Yep. We do.
All right. Well, did you guys have anything coming up? Anything you want to share?
Nothing right now. You go ahead first, Randall.
No, I was just gonna say I don't really have anything coming up right now. Probably won't have nothing until I get back down there where I live. I'll probably I got one freight car I think just came in the other day, so I'll probably wind up reviewing that when I get back. whenever that may be. So,
Right on.
other than
Right
that,
on.
just wait
Well,
on the
we'll watch.
locomotives.
Okay.
All right.
What's your next locomotive that's coming in?
If I looked at everything right, it looks like we're going to be looking at the Rapido C30-7 will be the next one. Unless it gets delayed
Right
again. But
cool.
that should be the next. That should be the next engine.
Yeah.
And then the
Right on.
C39-8
Okay. Well, if
rounds
you guys
out the
don't
years.
already,
So,
yeah. Well, if you guys don't already follow Randall, make sure you give him a follow. Same thing with Bubs there. Bubs put out a video last night for the RS18U, so go check that out.
Yep.
ooh, nice. I'll check that out.
Yeah, it's a really good video, really good locomotive. So definitely worth checking out. And I don't think anybody else did a video either. So this is probably your one time to go and see it before you buy it. You know what I mean? Like that's what I normally do.
Well, hurry up and
If I'm
try
not
and
sure,
buy
I
them
wait
there
for
because
someone
they're
to go.
going quick.
That's true. Yeah. Lots of CP left though. Lots of CP ones. Just the
CP
Trillium units.
and,
It was limited.
the
OSR as
CP
well.
units are still left. The OSR, the MBEC units are still there. I think there's a couple of other ones that Warren has, and of course the Ottawa Centrals. But yeah, apparently the Trillium Railway ones just went like hotcakes.
Yep. It's very niche, I find. It's such an oddball. Same thing with the Ottawa Central, because unless you're, modeling, Ottawa, because that's where it was, right? Well, didn't it go out to Quebec too sometimes?
It went from Pembroke to Arnprior to Hawkesbury to Coteau. It spidered out all in that Eastern Ontario area.
So all within like a 45 to an hour range, I guess, of Ottawa.
I would say 2 hours. 2 hours all around. It was basically a 3-hour bubble of the Ottawa Central.
Yeah. Huh. As for myself, I've got a few videos that are lined up to go. And they'll just go live whenever they're set to go live, but I won't be back until the middle of the month. So next time you probably see me will be for the next brunch build in 2 weeks, which will start on the group build for the chocolate factory. Make sure you grab your kits so that you can join in. And we'll have fun doing that, and that'll round off the year most likely, because it's going to take quite a few weeks to get that done. Other than that, big thank you to everybody for joining today, both in the stream and on video. And sorry?
I said, appreciate you letting me come on, Chris.
It's always fun
anytime, Randall, anytime.
It's always fun to come on.
All right.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's why we do this thing, right? We can share the hobby, grow it just a little bit more every single time.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. Y'all have a good week. And
see you guys.
Yeah.
See you in a minute.
Yeah. I will definitely be putting out a video there of the tour at the end of the month.
Mike is still in the
I wanted to try and get that. Oh, Mike's still in the chat? Yeah. But no, I'm going to put